said make a theme song for my show. Said alright, just give me all the details, man. And my homie says he don't know. Well, if you're gonna pay me big bucks, cause I might should have something to say. He said, you know what I bring, I'm the customizing king, nothing else matters anyway. So is he gonna have guests? I don't know. Is he gonna go live? I don't know. What time will it be? What will you see? I'm pretty much in the dark, but I can guarantee he'll be customizing action figures, getting paint all on his fingers. It's art by Akerman. It's art by Akerman. Tips and tricks and conversation, sharing his gift with every nation. It's art by Akerman. Art by Akerman. You best get ready, cause now it's time for Art by Akerman.
All right, welcome back, folks, to another episode of Art by Akerman. I'm excited. Just wanted to hang out today, update you on some things. My mind has been just kind of bing, 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 bing all over the place. So I needed to kind of just like jot some things down and put an agenda together. I stole Len's idea when Len was doing his Friday show where he did Len's list. So I got Curtis's list today. I hope he doesn't sue me. I don't know. But I had to make a list so I could make sure that I covered everything that I wanted to cover. So I do have, well, let's just pull up the agenda. I'll just show you real quick. Let's see. Well, where to go? Here it is. Okay, so we're going to open up some mail. So that's number one. We're going to do a giveaway, which is for the episode. So this is for the people watching. Give you guys an update on the brushes. We're going to talk about some life updates. Hedgehog 1K, what is that? I don't know. We'll find out. Talk about what's coming up on the channel. Then we're going to do a member giveaway. So if you haven't already joined in as a member, $1.99 a month, we are going to do a giveaway for members only later in the stream. So you have till we do that in order to join if you haven't already. And then we'll talk a little Burris and Just Shy. So, but let me take this off. Before I do that, usually try to get some folks on here to just kind of hang out with me and stuff. And, you know, I figured, hey, it's Saturday. Let's bring on somebody that can bring the rage. Maybe they can bring the recon. Maybe they can breathe the recon rage. We got Blake in the house. What's up, Blake?
What up? Happy Saturday to you.
No relaxing for Blake. He already got back from the gym, doing the thing, doing the mythic workout. Speaking of mythic workout, so what is the game plan for Legions Con? Because I hear about this mythic workout, like, you know, I don't know that I can get up at the crazy time you do, but yeah, tell us what's going on.
Well, what I'm going to do is I thought about, one of the things I don't want to take away, and like working out and fitness should be integrated into your life. It shouldn't dominate it, right? There's balance. So I was thinking about, I'm going to work out probably a couple times while I'm there, but I want to do one inaugural workout. So just to focus on that, get as many people active. I'm also throwing around a couple ideas of going on a mythic walk hike, like sometime.
Oh. Okay.
Like we all get together in the lobby and we just take our action figure, our favorite figure that we got during the con, and we just take that on a hike and we just do a hike around, wherever we're, just stay active, burn some calories. We're all going to have probably a little fun. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the part of that is it's okay to have fun, but just, like balance with it and get it back out. So probably G-Con, what I'm thinking is either the morning after, so Saturday morning, would probably be the key day to do that workout, because I know a lot of people are going to be coming in, getting situated between Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I want to have like the most amount of impact and have the most participation, so that, and then I'll take my personal training background. I am first aid CPR certified. I have like tons of years of personal training. So feel comfortable if you're coming. If this is something that's new to you and you're a little intimidated, don't be.
You're not gonna like kill anybody in the gym.
No,
right?
My goal is not to kill anybody. My goal is to show like, hey, get a 20-40 minute workout where people bust a sweat and they actually feel good. Raise those endorphins. And then what I really like to get is feedback later. People just writing me directly on my Instagram. Hey, this is how I felt the rest of the day. Or you're right. Wow, I felt so much better. Or I kind of felt like crap at first, but actually I needed that. Whatever that is. I want to get everybody in the community. And we've seen a lot of people right now doing amazing work, right? You and your wife, you guys are on your fitness journey. You got
Stacy,
Stacy
and
Lynn,
Amber, and
Amber. And there's several others that were piping in that they're doing stuff in chat.
Yeah, I know Bill's doing a workout right now. Benny's lost a ton of weight. He's doing
Spoke
great.
to Benny the other day on a video chat. We had like a good half-hour video chat. It was awesome. He's like, "Hey, what's up?" And he's sharing his journey. He looks great. His attitude, he's just super positive. Benny's a great guy. We all know that. But you know what? The way I look at it is everybody on here is wonderful. Our community is amazing. And I just really want to keep all of us around as long as we can.
Awesome.
That's my goal.
Well, I'm going to shout out the chat here in a second. Before I do, I just want to let folks know. So right now I've got a plan for a giveaway for the show. I've got a plan for a member giveaway for this. But if we get some more people in here, we get up to like 50 people watching and 50 likes, I'll do an extra giveaway. So we'll do 2 giveaways, regular giveaways, and then a giveaway for heck, you know what? I'll do 4 giveaways if we get up to 50. I'll do 2 member giveaways and 2 regular giveaways. So tell your friends, get some folks out. I know there's a lot of people that are at the con this weekend. There's maybe people that have other stuff going on with their family, but if we can get 50 folks in here, we'll double the amount of giveaways. All right, how's that sound? Sound good? All right, let me change. I feel like I need to get more light on myself. There we go.
Curtis, guess what?
Yeah.
Yep, somebody wanted to say hi. He can't be there, but he just wanted to say hi. Let's see if we can get that.
Hi, Greg. Greg's out there selling. Yeah, he does the long hours on Friday and Saturday. Everybody wants
Greg's just working away. We miss you, Greg, but keep doing what you're doing.
All right, let's see who we got in the chat. We got MJ Staten here. Is this live? It wasn't yet at the time that you asked it, but it is live now. Jesse Marshall just became a member of the channel. Thank you very much. You have been added to the wheel for the member giveaway or member giveaways. Depends on how many people we get in here. We got Dub3 in the house. Wildfire 405 is here. We've got Toy Butter here as well. Scrolling, we've got Jeremy Govier is here, the Purple Demon. Then we've got Crom 316. Mark is here. And Andy the Collector is in the house, as well as Rick Emmert. Jen Sayek, aka Lucky Sprinkles, is here as well. We got Thanos Copter. Oh, let me throw my Thanos figure up here. So everybody.
Hey, and Curtis, does Thanos Copter put out some really interesting pictures that make me laugh?
Yes, I think he does a bear shit in the woods. Absolutely. We've got Who Left Some Warlock here. I have got a package from Jordan that we're going to be opening in a bit. So we'll see. We'll see what's in there. I know there's a foot on the box, so I know that to start off with. Let's see. There we go. I don't know if anybody saw it on the preview, but yeah, it even says foot. So
the only thing I got to say is if he traced his foot, man, you need to go to the doctor because there's something going on with
He's
that
got
foot.
some of them, like the Japanese gals where they like tape their feet so they don't grow. He's got that going on. We got Endless Fables here. We already said Andy, but Andy again. We got Hank is here as well. Says, yo, it's the mayor of Mythos. Well, it's the mayor of Einsamal, or I'm So Small. I'm not sure about the mayor of Mythos. That's pretty big. Let's see. First Legion's Con. Now I'm working out. Hey, first for everything. So let's get it in there. We've got MJ Staten just became a member, so I will add you to the wheel. So yeah, thank you very much for joining, MJ. MJ has been one of the early supporters of the channel. Like, I mean, as soon as I started putting out stuff, man, he was posting the links for folks. And I appreciate it. So awesome. I Am is here. Everything else is silent, but appreciate him. We got Tony's Figs in the house. What's going on, Tony? Let's see. Greg is in the chat, even though he's selling cars. He's doing his thing, but he's still in the chat. Tony says, gotta schedule me soon, bro. I'm ready. Hey, you just let me know. You let me know when you're ready and we'll make it work. I already got slides ready and everything. For those that don't know, Tony does some amazing customs for both G.I. Joes as well as McFarlane DC figures. You check out his Instagram, check out he's got stuff on Facebook, he's got stuff on his YouTube. His YouTube videos are excellent because he like talks through how he did everything and gives you tips on if you're trying to, you know, do those things yourself. So yeah, check out Tony's figs for sure. Jordan said he freestyled it. His foot wouldn't fit on boxes smaller than a refrigerator box. So yeah, so that's not his foot. He didn't trace it. We got Oz here. He says, hello, friends. And then we got Jamie Rockwood just joined as a member. So let's go ahead and add Jamie here.
Nice.
You're added to the wheel. So, and that is everybody that's here so far. So we'll see. We might have some other folks join. But on the agenda, the first thing that we had was mail. So let's get to it. Now, I know I got a package coming from you, Blake, but it didn't make it in time. It's going to have to make the next mail call. But I do these
No
all
problem.
So we should be good.
All I care is it shows up. That's all I care.
There you go. So I'm going to start with one that's kind of not as interesting, I guess. And it's an Amazon package. So actually, you know what? Yeah, I will start with this. So, all right. So this is just like a photo backdrop. It's a 6x6. If you ever see like when people do like their wedding photos and they've got like this like little like black, you know, square behind, and then they have, you know, the couple stand in front of it, or if you like go to like prom or something, they stand in front of it and take their photos. That's kind of what this is. So it's like 6.6 feet tall, 6.6 feet wide, and it just goes on like a square frame, which I also got from Amazon. And my plan is, I just recently talked to Trevor. I've got an episode dropping with him here within the next few weeks. And some of his pictures, he would say, well, that's just like a you know, curtain backdrop or something in the background. And I was like, you know what? That's cool. If I set up some stuff on a table, because I was always worried about like, what if the wall of whatever I'm taking a photo of doesn't go high enough, and then I've just got, you know, like my white walls or something behind it. It looks weird. And so he said, you know, just a cloth backdrop. So got this. I'm going to put this behind my table where I've got my diodes and stuff, so that when I take photos, I've got just like a little nice black photo backdrop. So that's that square frame, square, you know, backdrop, and go from there. Next, we will go to, I got one from Kent. This is Kentpool Collects. If you're not watching Kentpool Collects, listen, I don't know what to tell you. Like, it's great stuff. Like, he does these toy hunts that are fantastic. He finds some awesome stuff. And he's just a fun guy to watch. So got this one from Kent. I know he's been searching for some things for me, especially McFarlane. So let's see what we got here. We got first Superpowers black suit Superman. So this was from the last wave that just came out. This was a chase variant for that wave, so it's a little harder to come by. But yeah, that looks awesome. So thank you very much, Kent. We also got
And Curtis, you're keeping those mint on card, right? Those ones.
Superpowers, I am. Yeah. So, and then we got the kind of the armored suit Hal Jordan. This is like where he's got Steel's hammer and kind of armored up suit. So yeah, very cool. Very cool. What else we got in here? Looks like we got a loose figure. So let's see what we got here. Oh, nice. This is the Dr. Doom from that 2-pack.
Oh, nice.
He's like the Secret Wars version. I was really wanting this, so that's awesome. I think he was going to split that up. I think Jesse wanted the other figure in the 2-pack. Oh, God, who was it? I can't remember. If anybody knows out there who the other person in the 2-pack is, let me know. But Jesse wanted the other figure, and I wanted the Dr. Doom, and so he sent the Dr. Doom. So sweet. So got Dr. Doom, got the Superpowers, got the Hal Jordan. Thank you, Kent. Also, if you join as a member on Kent's channel, you get early access to his videos so that you can comment and let him know what things are cool that he's looking at. And then he also looks at like Hot Wheels and Matchbox, and you can tell him that those are lame. So that's what I do.
That may be lame, but he is funny.
Yeah, he's great. I love Kent. Looks like we got a few more members. Oz is joined as a member now, as well as Tony's Figs and Twizzler 19. So let me go ahead and add those in there. Blake, go ahead and take over for a bit while I add these in here.
Yeah, absolutely. So I wanted to go back to the chat and give a shout out to Dub3. I saw that message. Dub3, my son is down 87 pounds.
Very cool.
Now that's that. I mean, any work you're doing out there on yourself, hey, kudos. But 87 pounds, that's a huge undertaking, and what a heck of an accomplishment. Yep. And then looks like just a bunch of pro mayor comments there, Curtis. So lots of people liking you. And Oz put out a really weird one. You might want to highlight. Curtis can't wait to get his hands on Blake's package. That's interesting.
All right.
All right. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Kentpool rules, MJ Staten.
Yeah, I love Kent's channel. It's awesome. Let's see. And Oz said it was the not Miss Marvel. So it's the Monica Rambeau. That's who it was. Mm-hmm. That was in the package with the Dr. Doom. So looks like Noah has popped in here. Welcome, Noah. We got TD Trooper. Yeah. So appreciate you folks jumping in.
J-Mac.
I tell you what, while J-Mac 77. Yep. While we continue to open up some mail, let me go ahead and get this first giveaway up. So first giveaway we have, now keep in mind, folks, right now the plan is for one show giveaway and one member giveaway. But if we get up to 50 people, 50 likes, we'll do 2 show giveaways and 2 member giveaways. So right now the show giveaway, so this is where we're going to put in a hashtag for anybody, doesn't matter if you're a member of the channel or not. We are going to do a Fisher Rice figure. This has become very hard to come by. I think personally it's the best cosmic out there. It comes loaded with extra arms, extra legs, extra heads. The color scheme is just fantastic. I absolutely adore this figure. So this is what we're going to give away first. And we're going to use the hashtag Best Cosmic. So put in that hashtag Best Cosmic to enter for this giveaway. And like I said, let your friends know we got this going on. If we get enough folks in here, get enough likes, we'll do some extra giveaways. But that is the first one. So let me put that banner up here.
I have to say, Curtis, that I really love Fisher Rice. I mean, I think it's a phenomenal figure. But I think a close second, or maybe one of those ones you sit there and say you can have conversation with both, is the ATL figure.
Yeah, that's a good.
I know it's
technically not a cosmic, but yes,
right.
I think it's amazing. It's a great one as well, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. So I've next got a package from Noah. I saw Noah popped in here. So let's see what we've got from Noah. With a heart, by the way, in case anybody was wondering if Noah hearts me. He does.
It's a purple heart too.
Purple heart, yeah. So what do you have to do to get a purple heart?
You have to get injured in combat.
Injured in combat. Okay. So that's what Noah's saying, that he feels like I've been injured. I'm not sure. He's got some 3D parts in here, and I know he was working on some new stuff. So let me know. I don't know if this is surprise stuff, Noah. Like, if you don't want me to show this, let me know. But I could tell you they're fantastic. Because I don't want to ruin the surprise if he's got this going out to other folks. So we'll see what he says. But man, this is some cool stuff. I can tell you that. I know he's been kind of, over the last year or so, kind of working on some sculpting and working on some printing stuff. And he's been putting on. So he had that orc that was fantastic looking, as well as the dwarf. And yeah, he's got some stuff in here that's just really cool looking. So we'll see. I may show it. Will I show it? I don't know. Depends on what Noah says. But let's see. Okay. Says I can show part of it. So I will show part of it. So one part I will not be able to show you guys, but when you see it, when it's out there, I'm telling you guys are going to want to jump on it. But what I can show, I'll embiggen myself for this, is this really cool double axe, right? And this, what he's calling a barbarian head. So I'm not sure. Hopefully maybe I can get that to focus.
There it came in. Yeah.
So this is really cool. So this is like an executioner type axe. Like this is just really cool. It looks like it's got some like leather strapping on the handle. And then the end looks like it's got like a kind of like a demon head or something on it. I don't have my glasses on, so it's hard to tell, but yeah, really good detail on the wood grain on the handle, as well as like the axe. I'm not sure if this is going to come in, but it's got some like spots where it's like chipped a little bit, like intentionally, like it's got like, where the metal over time as you're kind of chopping things, they're, get little grooves in the axe. So really awesome.
Battle worn axe. Yep.
Yeah. This head, this barbarian head is really, really good. The details in the beard and the hair is fantastic. So he actually, now that I'm looking at it, like if you look at the side of this, he's got like this shaved part on the side of his head, right? And then it goes.
It looks like somebody we know.
Yeah. Take a look at this. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not saying, listen, I don't need all the tributes. I'm not saying I need all the tributes, but I'm saying, look at this hair. And then look at that hair.
That's pretty crazy. So first, you must be like a shapeshifter, because first you're a gnome and you're the mayor, and now you're a barbarian model. Like,
he says it's Nothar the Barbarian and his great axe. It says it's his D&D character.
Cool.
So that's awesome. Yeah.
Nice work.
Yep. And Eric called out, so Eric knew who it was. Yeah, it's really awesome. So I like it. I did not know that Noah modeled his character after me. So he probably, you start playing D&D and it's like, you can be whatever you want. And basically Noah said, I want to be Curtis. That's what I'm hearing. Like I could be wrong. He can correct me in the comments, but that's basically what I'm hearing. So
J-Mac says, so basically role playing is Curtis. That's pretty neat.
That's what I'm hearing. I don't know. All right. And then we've got one more package, and this is from Jordan, AKA Wholesome Warlock. Looks like we've got a message in here first. Says, Mayor Gnome, what up, dude? Bunch of yous. Have a rat man and a hot dog. Not sure what that means.
I know what that means.
Jordan. So there we go. All right. It's one of the biker mice from Mars, which they do come with a hot dog in it. You can't really be able to see it, but it's tucked in right there. He's got a hot dog with him. And yes, he is kind of a rat man. So rat man and a hot dog. And to further my superpowers collection,
nice.
He found me the Lobo.
Oh, that's one sweet.
Yeah, I've not been able to find this one. Really excited to get that. Like, my priority with the superpowers has been getting the figures that I had as a kid. This was not a figure in the superpowers line, but Lobo is like my favorite DC character. Like, I absolutely love Lobo. So, yeah. So thank you very much, Jordan. So
awesome grabs.
What we got from Amazon, from Noah, from Kent, from Jordan. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Make sure that you're putting in that hashtag Best Cosmic to have a chance to win the Fisher Rice. And like I said, if we get up to 50 people watching, 50 likes, we'll do a second show giveaway. We're also going to do at least one member giveaway, which is going to be for a paintbrush set, which I'm going to have an update on here in a bit. So let me go back to regular screen with Blake here. Let's go back to our list. This is Curtis's list, which is a direct ripoff of Len's list. Please don't sue me, Len. So let's see. We've gone through mail. We've queued up the episode giveaway. Okay, update on brushes. So these are the brushes that we're talking about. This is the action figure customizing paintbrush set that I am putting out. I've worked directly with a company that I've been using for a couple years and kind of put together a set that I felt like was really good for 1/12 scale customs. They are produced, they are shipped, they are now in Kansas, a state away from me, and they are set to arrive on Monday. So I am excited to get those. And this is the box that I've ordered to ship them in for some of our like channel members and stuff and people that have gotten them in giveaways. It's a little bit taller than what I would have liked. But in order to get it as long as I needed for the set, this was kind of the best one that I could find. So, if I need to send multiple sets, this will be great. But for one set, it's probably going to have a lot of packing in it and stuff. So, but if you end up getting one of these in the mail and you say, hey, what's that? What's that black box? That's probably what it is. So, as far as, making them available, they will definitely be available at Legion's Con. Eventually, they will be available on Wolf King Customs, and channel members will have an opportunity to buy a set for $15 shipped. Not only am I not really making money on there, I'm kind of losing money at that point, but that's all right. I wanted to do something for channel members, so you can order one set for $15 shipped, and I will ship it to you. Anything after that, we can talk if you wanted to get multiple sets or something, we can figure out something. But that's kind of what we're doing for that. And then at shows, they'll be probably $18. And then online at Wolf King Customs, eventually it'll be $20. So that's really what we're looking at for those paintbrush sets. But right now they're scheduled to arrive on Monday. So, all right. Let's see. I did get a note from Noah. The other thing that I'm not able to show, he does have a reveal planned for it. So be on the lookout. Something coming from Noah. But yes, it is really cool looking. So Noah's doing some awesome work. So yeah, be on the lookout for that. Let's see. Oz says, I am Curtis's member, and you could be Curtis's member too. Yes, this is true.
Hey, Curtis, I got a good shout out. I got a really good shout out to be good here. You know whose birthday it is, right?
It is Cornboy's birthday as well as Dan.
Yeah.
So yeah, we got a couple birthdays going on today.
Yep.
So
yeah,
old CB. All right. So we talked about brushes update coming soon. Once I get them in hand, I will be doing a video kind of breaking down, all of like how I use each brush and that kind of thing. I'll probably just pin that to the channel so that people can see it. And then we'll have more details. But if you're, channel member, you're interested in a set of brushes for that $15 price shipped, message me. We can kind of, work it out. And as soon as I get those in, I will get those off to you guys. So just let me know. Next. Okay. So we got some life updates here. So this is just me kind of talking here. So got a lot of stuff going on. Had 2 more kids move out of the house. And it's great, but it's also, there is a sad aspect to it, kind of a ending of an era and start of a new era and stuff. But with that comes, I get some more space back in my house. And then it's like, okay, what are you doing with that space? So, first thing we did was we moved. I had my, my desk and stuff that I did for work. I had it in our bedroom. And then Darla also, our bedroom's pretty big. So it's not like it's a small bedroom. It's a pretty large bedroom, but I had my desk in there. And then on the other side, Darla had her stuff for sewing and drawing and all that kind of stuff. So I moved my desk out of there and created my own office area, which then allowed us to shuffle things around and give Darla more work area for her stuff. And now she also doesn't have to stop like working on capes and things when I'm on like a call for work. So she's happy. I'm happy. So wanted to give you guys a quick look of kind of where I'm at with the office. So here's a little video for that. So this is my new office space with the kids moving out. So there's my desk for work. And I've got an open wall there and a big open wall here. I'm planning on using this table to set up some dios, some different things for photos, and use a little photo backdrop behind it, a little black, tarp or screen. I've got some extra figures in the closet here. But I think I'm going to put a lot of my Batman Returns collection in here and maybe some superpowers, possibly even some of my McFarlane stuff. So we'll see. Not sure exactly how to set it up yet, but that is kind of what I'm looking at there. So that's the office. And then because I did that, I wanted to show you a little bit about like what my paint studio looks like right now. And I'm just gonna say this isn't for the faint of heart. Okay. If you like I've done kind of a video of my studio area before, and it was when it was like first set up and it was pristine, it looked great, and people are like, oh, that's amazing, like we got to get our set up. Like right now I'm going to show you what reality is, and reality is sometimes this shit gets really freaking messy, and I'm working on this as a work in progress, but this is currently my studio in a state of disarray. Over here we've got my studio, which the pegboard looks really nice. Everything else is in various states of disarray. It is just a mess right now. In a transitioning stage, trying to, move some of this, like you see like the crash box dios and photo box and stuff like that. A lot of that is going to go in that other room with the doing the photos. May move those DTOFs, not sure. So yeah, this room's going to get updated a little bit. That other one's going to get updated a little bit. And trying to do it in the most effective way to where I don't have to do it again later. So I'm thinking this whole station, thinking of turning it so that like this would be against the back wall, and then this part where I actually paint at would be facing this way, which goes towards the downstairs. But yeah, it's a mess. Normally I would try to show it in better shape than this, but this is reality, folks. So a little rough, but we're working on it. For me, it's really hard for me to be creative and do work when my area is messy. So a lot of times what ends up being is like I have to spend, a day of just kind of cleaning, straightening, organizing. Then I can create, and then I usually mess it up again. And it's just this cycle of just, messing it up, cleaning it up kind of thing. So that's kind of what that looks like. Let's see. Curtis Darlis says you can't come to the clubhouse until your room is clean. Yeah, that would be rough. But I'm going to work on that after this video. Did want to show, I made mention of Batman Returns collection. I do have a Kenner Batman Returns collection that is mint on card. Trying to finish it. I'll show the checklist here in a second, but just kind of right now it's in the garage. It also looks like shit. Part of this is like, how do I, now get this new space and take it and organize things? So this is kind of what it looks like now. And then this is my Batman Returns collection. It's just in the garage right now. I want to get this inside, probably get at least the carded figures on a pegboard, and then see about some of like the boxed ones, like these Toys R Us exclusives and the vehicles and stuff, get those on a shelf in there. So we'll see what that ends up looking like, but I want to get it out of the garage and get it somewhere I can see it on a more regular basis. There's my McFarlane superpowers, probably want to get those inside as well. So we'll see. Work in progress. This also doesn't look great, but little superpowers Batmobile down there. So yeah, we'll see what all comes of that. So there you go. Tanya said, did you get your, I'm assuming this Tanya, could be Stacy, I'm not sure, says, did you get your paint brushes? Right now it's scheduled to arrive Monday, so we'll see, but they should be here Monday. So and then I'll go ahead and share real quick my checklist that I put together, which is right here. So this is the Kenner line Batman Returns checklist I have. So all the ones with an X are the ones that I already have. So as far as the standard figures go, I'm only missing 2, which is the Crime Attack Batman and Skywinch Batman. I then have a couple boxed ones, one that's a Toys R Us exclusive, which is Bolo Strike Batman, as well as the boxed electronic figure Rocket Blast Batman. And then missing several vehicles and a play set, which I just found out exist not too long ago. So, and actually I'm going to take this banner off of here for a second because there's another one on the bottom. There you go. So, but I really love this as you know, somebody that's into customizing now. I think this was like the first line that I really noticed like reuse of parts and how they paint them in different ways to make them look different. Like the Batman buck that they use, there's like one that has kind of a quilted pattern on his body, but for the most part the rest of the figures are all like the same exact buck that they just painted different ways. And I just thought it was really cool to see all the different ways that they could paint that buck and make it look different. And I think that is, when I think of customizing now, that's kind of what I think about. Like, you look at something and it's okay, this is the way that the figure is now, but what are the possibilities? What are the different things that you could do with this? So yeah, I really just love that line. I'm working to kind of finish that collection. So that was some life updates. Blake, any thoughts on any of that?
Hey, you know what? A messy office, that means you're putting in the time. I don't know. I think that just shows that you're doing stuff. So it's not always a bad thing.
Yeah, that's true. Like what you guys saw on my desk there for my office, like I just set that up. So it's pretty clean. But before that, like when we moved it from the bedroom over there, yeah, it was bad. It was bad.
You just got to get ready, because I know you're pushing, because we only have 112 days till Legion's Con.
It's getting there, man. It's getting there.
Like 3.5 months.
I see that we're at 47 people out there right now. Remember, folks, if we can get to 50 people, 50 likes, we will do double the giveaways. So right now we're planning on doing 1 show giveaway, 1 member giveaway. If we get to 50 people, 50 likes, we're going to do 2 show giveaways and 2 member giveaways. So, all right. We got Mecha Rekka joining in as well. Same vein. I love the Star Wars figure reuse for the Robin Hood. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, another one is the Superpowers Green Arrow. They use that for the Robin Hood line as well. Missed you on Mod Squad. Yeah, so I slept in today. I was up late last night, and I in fact I missed the beginning of Double Jointed. I slept in so late. So yeah. All right, let's go back to our agenda and see where we're at here. Okay, we gave life updates. Okay, Hedgehog 1K. Okay. So folks, Hedgehog action, our good friend Jonathan. He is at like 900 and some, I think it's like 928 or something last time I saw subscribers. And there's absolutely no reason he shouldn't be at 1,000 already. I mean, he does some amazing reviews. He does the Saturday Day Live, where they talk about, you know, mythics, they talk about wrestling, they talk about all kinds of stuff. And then he also brings us updates from shows. Like, he goes to these shows on the East Coast and walks around and shows you what's available. You know, he kind of makes you feel like you're there at the event with him. So there's no reason why anybody should not be subscribed to his channel. So he's at like 900 and something now. We want to get him up to 1,000. So anybody that's watching here today, please make sure you're subscribed. Let your friends know. Yeah, 928 is what he's at now. I'll tell you right now, I'm gonna throw something in for a giveaway when he gets to 1,000. I'm not sure what all he's gonna do, but I'm gonna put together a package with a set of paintbrushes, you know, maybe like a builder type figure, maybe some 3D parts. I'm gonna put together kind of a customizing package for him to give away when he gets to 1,000 subscribers. But yeah, jump over there, folks. Make sure you're subscribed. Man does so much and brings out so much great content. So you want to make sure that you subscribe to that channel. So check that out if you haven't already. So Eric says, am I eligible for a Shadow Circle figure? I could use another. Absolutely. Right now, that's the hashtag at the bottom. That is hashtag best cosmic. So put in that hashtag and we will pull that here. We'll give it a little bit more time. If we get up to the 50 likes, 50, people watching, we'll pull this one and immediately queue up the next one. But as of right now, we're at 40 something. So let's, we just need a few more on there. So, Mark says, we noticed you sleeping in late. Yes. Yeah. Well, in fairness, I didn't know that they were going live. They talked about having some pre-recorded ones coming up. And so I didn't know if it was going to be live or not. And if it's pre-recorded, I just have a hard time with it. So, I will. Okay. Here's a little life hack I'll throw out there for you guys. For the audio podcasts, like your Euro Legions, your Mythic Enablers, I put it on 1.75 speed. Two times speed is too fast. Can't really understand what's going on. But 1.75 is that sweet spot where you can kind of hear it. You can go through it, but you don't have to like stretch it out the whole time. So that's like the sweet spot for me, 1.75. I will say though, if it's an episode on Mythic Enablers where Joe Russo and Wyatt are on there at 1.75, it's really hard to tell them apart. Like their voices are pretty similar at that speed. So just letting you know. Let's see. Mark says, when I subbed a Hedgehog Action this morning and realized that I was already subbed. Well, there you go. So don't unsub. You don't want to do that. So, Hedgehog, got a link to your channel. Let me see if I can get that and post that on here real quick.
While you're looking for that, Curtis, did you happen to, or anybody in the chat, a Pocket of Time video on Four Horsemen? Did you happen to take time and view that?
I've heard about it. I have not seen it yet.
I don't want to be a spoiler, but it's kind of mind blowing in a cool way. It's like, yeah, you need to watch it.
Awesome. Anything else without spoiling it that you can share? Or?
Well, Matt from Glios, he's an amazing guy, but you really kind of get definitely a deeper view of his stomping grounds. Yeah. His AO, as we call it in the Marine Corps, his area of operation, and the amount of knowledge this man has from the things that you will see. I'll just put it that way.
Gotcha. That sounds fun.
Yeah. Good video.
Hopefully that comes through. I just put in a link to the YouTube. Sometimes those things won't come through though. So hopefully that helps, but that's Hedgehog's YouTube if you need to go over there to subscribe. And then Oz says we will get Hedgehog over the hump tonight on the Clubhouse. Much deserved. There you go. Let's push for that. So
I like Eric's comment. He said, seeing Matt's workspace made me feel a whole lot better about mine.
Yeah.
It ties right into what you talked about. Your video, you just said, now go watch that video.
Gotcha.
And
okay.
Feel at ease and just smile.
Well, and okay. So, Emil Wickman, our good friend, he's in the customizing studio a lot. And, I adore Emil. Emil's amazing artist. He's got such a great attitude. Like he's always positive. I've seen people like say some nasty shit on social media. And when it happens to Emil, if somebody says something nasty on one of his posts, he still stays upbeat about it. He's just a great guy. And sometimes I feel like maybe Emil isn't a real person. Like he's like a cyborg or, some sort of AI, because there's nobody that's just that good. Right. And whenever I feel that way, Emil then shows me what he calls his table of carnage. And let me tell you, it makes me feel good immediately. Like he shows me this table and it is just bodies that he has just torn up and taken parts off and sliced with razor blades. And it is just this like disgusting pile of carnage. And I go, it's like in Rocky IV where you see Drago bleed and it's like, oh my gosh, like he's not a machine. He's a man. Right. It's that moment where all of a sudden Emil isn't Drago anymore. Like he's just a man. So I appreciate when he shows me that his little human side. So,
well, Emil lives close to the North Pole.
Yeah.
So he's like one of Santa's helpers. The way I look at it, he's so nice.
Yeah.
I mean, he's up. Yeah. So that's why Emil's so nice. I think he works for Santa in disguise. He's just so close.
Jordan says like Dexter's Swedish kill room. Yeah, very much so. All right, well let's go ahead and spin this one giveaway. Hopefully we can get enough likes and stuff on here to do a second one, but let's get the first one going. And where are we at? Here we go. Let's pull this up. So we got 34 people in here. This is for the Fisher Rice. I think it's the best cosmic. It's fantastic. Let's see who this goes to. Here we go. Drawing in 3, 2, 1. Let's see what we got. And the Fisher Rice is going to Twizzler 19. There you go.
Okay. Creepy thing. I was looking at the chat and I go, watch, it'll go to Twizzler 19. That was the first one I looked at. I got to share that. Yeah, that's yeah.
Very nice. So Twizzler 19, hit me up. I will get that off in the mail to you this week. Hopefully with some paintbrushes to people as well. Nice. At the same time, I'll hit the mailbox, hit the post office with a bunch of stuff. So, and then we will be doing a members giveaway here. And I'll just kind of share this real quick. So this is currently who I've got in there for members. We got 47 members. I've added all the recent ones that have joined here within the last, 45 minutes that we've been on here. We will pull this in a bit. You still got some time to join if you haven't already. $1.99 a month. We'll get you access to the brushes early. We'll get you some early access to some of the how they do that videos, as well as some giveaways like this. So if you haven't already, you still got a little bit of time to join before we pull that wheel or run that wheel. So will you be offering local pickups for the brush set? If you're in St. Louis, Missouri, sure. Absolutely. Otherwise, like I said, we will have them at Legion's Con and we'll have them on Wolf King Customs website eventually. So okay, let's go back to the list. We did the Hedgehog 1K. Okay, what's coming up? All right. So first thing that's coming up this Monday, I have a how they do that with a one Nate Barch. Obviously, many of you know Nate from the work that he does with Mythic Legions, Cosmic Legions, Figure Obscura. I'll be honest, we don't talk a lot about that during this recording. We talk a lot about some of his old art. We talk about some of his stuff that he's done with Masters of the Universe, whether it's the Masterverse line, as well as he did some work for the Netflix series that they did, the Kevin Smith series. So we talk about that. We talk about some of his older drawings that maybe people haven't seen before. I know some of them were brand new to me. Some that I thought could be really cool Mythic Legions figures. And then at the very end of the video, there is a first look reveal at the packaging for the Mythic role-playing figure that's going to be out at San Diego Comic-Con next week. So if you want to take a look at what the packaging for that is going to look like, you're going to get a first look at it Monday morning, 9 a.m. Eastern. So yeah, check that out with Nate. I do want to do a video this week on Mythic Legion gnomes. So obviously we've got the imp scale just got introduced. It's in this wave that's out there right now. But there's been gnomes that people have been making for a while now. That's not a new scale when it comes to customizing. Wolf King Customs has been doing parts for that for, the last several years. So, a lot of the brainchild of Jeremy Gerard working with Walter DeMarco sculpting it, and then obviously Lim LaGuardia doing the printing. They put out the mouse kits first. And as soon as he started doing the mouse kits, I was like, gnomes. Like I was just, I was just hitting him hard. And so then he worked with Walter and put out some gnome heads and hands and parts as well. So what I want to do is do a video this week on kind of what those parts look like, how you use them, because they're a little bit different in how you use them, so that people can start making some gnomes now, because it's going to be, year and a half or so till we get these figures that are in this current wave in hand. But there's no reason you need to wait. If you're a customizer, there's parts out there. You can start making gnomes today. So I want to do a little video on that. I also want to get to a couple more of the exploded figure reviews for All-Star 6. Still got a few more figures to go through there, as well as a couple figures from Necronominus still to go through. So I want to get a couple of those done. And then at the end of the month, I will be traveling again. I will be going to St. Joe, Missouri. So the end of the month, I will be doing some travel toy stuff. Maybe one, maybe two videos, we'll see. But the travel toy videos are going to be kind of just while I'm traveling. So sometimes you're going to get 2 or 3 in a week, and then you might not get anything for 2 or 3 weeks because I'm not traveling during that time. So I just want to make sure people are aware, like, you know, the cadence on that's going to be kind of all over the place. But if that's something you're interested in, there will be at least one, if not multiple, coming at the end of the month. So, and then not on this channel, but on the Off-World channel on Monday, we have a little Star Trek episode that we're doing. We're doing a review on Star Trek Undiscovered Country, one of my favorite Star Trek movies. That is going to be 5 o'clock Eastern on the Off-World. Let's Go Off-World channel. So that is what's coming up. And then we've got just 2 things left. We got the member giveaway, and then we're going to talk about these little imp scales, Burris and Jashai. So I'm going to go ahead and key up the member giveaway. I tell you what, I'll give you guys, I've got 3:51 Eastern right now. We'll give this to the top of the hour. So if anybody still wants to join as a member, you got another 9 minutes to join. I'll add your name to the wheel and we'll spin that. And then in the meantime, Blake, what do you think about these new imp scale figures, this Burris and Jashai?
I think it's awesome. It brings another level of parts and diversity for customizing. I think the pop and swaps that you're going to see with these new parts are going to be, you know, just take it to a new level. Mm-hmm. I love one of the things I said back in the reveal from Jeremy was I liked, you know, the pictures they showed of the wave. Mm-hmm. It just shows the difference. One of the things that's really a struggle in a lot of action figure lines is having variance in size to like different type characters. This just throws another level into the Legion's arsenal of parts as well as characters. So it gives such a really cool stage presence and shelf presence to see that difference. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I definitely love the size variety. It's one of the things that I love about the line in general is just how many different sizes as you kind of look across your shelf. You know, you've got a lot of that variety. Like if you are going to put together like an adventure party or something, there's a lot going on, right? Like it's not just like a standard size across your shelf, which is really cool. And this just adds a little bit more of that to it. So I've been, you know, like I said, even when Jeremy was doing the mouse kits, I was hitting him up for gnomes. And I started a gnome group on Facebook. Like I've been looking for this for a while, and I know it's not just gnomes that are doing this imp scale. So you've got obviously this little furry creature, which is the Byler, which also has the alternate head, which is the Jashai, and then Burris, which is a gnome. But you know, just the fact that they're calling it imp scale tells me there's probably going to be some imps at some point. There's going to be some other small characters. I'm just excited for that size. I think it's cool. I love that we're getting 2 of them with, you know, relatively different parts. Like they got the same upper arms and upper legs, but everything else is different. So you immediately have some swapping options in terms of, you know, hands, bracers, feet, lower legs, you know, pauldrons. Like you've immediately got some swappable options on these, which is really cool. Eric says, I've been wanting smaller scale for a long time too. Yeah, I think it's just really neat. And you know what? I'm glad that it took as long as it did, because they're now getting into like these improved articulation things and different stuff like that. And I think this is the right time for it. Like this, if it came out earlier, I don't know that it would be as good as what it's going to be now with what they've developed over the last few years with the increased articulation and the like the Valiant Knight, the double joints, like different things like that. I think this is just a really good time for it. Did want to pull this up from HV. Says, how do you join? So If you're watching on a computer, if you're on the channel at the top, there's a join button, so you can do it that way. If you're on a phone, if you're on an Android, there should be the same option that you can join from an Android. If you're on an iPhone, they do not give you the option through the YouTube app. You would actually have to open up a separate browser and go to the YouTube, and then there's going to be an option at the top. Once again, $1.99 a month. Wanted to try to keep it pretty reasonable price. Less than a cup of coffee in most places. So, but yeah, there you go. If you're interested in joining, that is how you would go about doing that. Yeah, I'm just really excited for these little characters. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. So,
yeah, agreed. There's a lot that this brings. I think there's a statement here too. If you really look at it and you look at not just the size and the imp scale, you look at the kudos to the Four Horsemen and what they've been able to accomplish. I mean, there's a lot of money that it costs to make these different figures and new parts. Everyone, we've heard it a lot. They've even showed us their, behind the scenes themselves, the tooling, everything, and just shows how successful the Four Horsemen line is, how supportive the fans are to the Four Horsemen to allow these different size variation figures to be brought to reality. In a lot of places, that doesn't happen due to cost, but. We're very happy and lucky as fans to have the Four Horsemen who are fans just like us that understand it and keep pushing the envelope and keep running past. There's no finish line mentality because they want to keep going.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm looking at this comment here from Wildfire. He says there's an interesting thing to be done about making 2-packs of those imps. Jeremy mentioned cost, but after those molds see some action, we could eventually see 2-packs for Imp Army. Absolutely. I think we're going to eventually see like maybe a Legion Builder version of the imp scale. You could see, a 2-pack of the imp scale. What I really like about it, the dwarf 2-pack is awesome. The goblin one is awesome as well. But you're kind of forced to buying the two. Same thing with, like the Anubis and Bastet when they first came out. Like you had to buy the set. You couldn't, like there was a lot of people that wanted more of the Bastet or they wanted more of the Anubis, but you had to buy them together. I think, by putting out the Byler and Burris in separate packages, you could definitely buy one of each and consider that a 2-pack. It's not costing you more than it would if they made it a 2-pack. Cause like if you look back at like the Goblin 2-pack and the Dwarf 2-pack, they actually cost more than if those figures were separate, right? Like I think it was 75 when the standard price was 37 at the time. So if you considered it two separate figures, your price would be 74. Together, your price is 75, right? And you're forced to buy them together. Now you've got the option. If you wanted more of the Byler figure, let's say you wanted 2 of that one and only 1 of the Burris or whatever, you can do that because they've separated them out. But if you look at all the stuff that each figure comes with and you considered buying them together and like in your mind, you go, that's a 2-pack. That's a lot of stuff. Like you got a lot of accessories. You've got a lot of swappable parts. Like you got 4 heads. It's a pretty nice 2-pack if you kind of, think of it that way in your head. But yeah, I think, definitely the more that those parts see use, and we get them out there, it means that they've paid for the tooling. And then you can see, different things. Maybe they add soft goods. Maybe they put it in a 2-pack. Maybe we get a Legion Builder. So yeah, the more, speak with your dollars, folks. If this is a size that you want, you just need to go out and buy them, because the more you buy them, the easier it is for them to pay for that tooling cost. And then we get more of this stuff with extra accessories and whatnot. So yeah. That'll be awesome. Let's see. Imp Army. Yeah, exactly.
That'd be fun. Especially if they did like accessory packs with that Imp Army, so you can army build them.
Yeah. I did want to show real quick. Let me pull up something give you a little preview of kind of the Nate Barch thing that I'm dropping on Monday, because there was a drawing that he did, speaking of kind of the imp stuff, that I was like, dude, if they made this on the imp scale body and made this a Mythic Legion, I think people would like lose their minds. So if you didn't know, like Nate has a Facebook page that's like Nate, I think it's Nate Barch Designs. And he's got some of his older drawings that he just kind of did for himself, including there was a year where he did this thing called Norse-vember, where it was like November, but he did like a Norse drawing every day. And he's got a bunch of like Viking type stuff that I think would be awesome for Mythic Legion. But one of the things that I saw that I absolutely loved that we talk about in that video on Monday is this little figure here. Which
is this one of those ones that one of his pieces that you think would be a figure? Oh yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So like something like this on the M scale body, I think would be phenomenal.
That's so cool.
And he said this is like a really important character to him. This is kind of like what is it, the Phelan for Matt, for they did the Infinite Legions with, like, this is kind of that kind of character for Nate. Like, this is something that he created on his own that he's really passionate about. And so whether this was a separate toy line or whether this was part of like Mythic Legions, I just think this thing is really, really cool. So this is one of the things that we talk about on Monday, but I think, just kind of give you an idea of like what things would be possible with that M scale. It's not just like furry creatures and it's not just gnomes. Like, I think you could get some little demonly imp type things that would be super cool.
Is his name Vatir?
Yeah.
Vatir?
Yeah.
Vatir,
yeah. So yeah, check that out on Monday. I loved Nate's work. Loved it was awesome getting to see some of that older stuff that I didn't even know existed. And hearing about how he got contacted to work on, with the Netflix series and stuff like that. Like, yeah, he's just so talented. So all right, it is past the top of the hour. We're gonna go ahead and queue up this member giveaway. And was just going to do a set of paintbrushes, but I tell you what, I had brought down, in case we hit 50, which we never did, I brought down an extra figure to give away, which is a Armory Experience. This is one of the red with the leather parts. It's got the brown leather red. So I'm going to give this away too. So we got this and a set of paintbrushes going to whoever wins this wheel here. So let me go ahead and pull the wheel up.
It's a killer giveaway.
And we will full screen this. Well, actually, before I full screen, I'll just show like here's all the names here. So I do have everybody on here, all 47 current members. We'll give it a couple shuffles. So, but everybody is on there, and we'll unbiggen this. One spin. This is not elimination. So one spin, whoever it lands on is the winner. You get the Armory figure and you will get one of the first sets of paintbrushes. And as long as they arrive Monday, which they're supposed to, those will be on the way this week. So here we go. Let's spin it and see who it lands on.
Good luck.
Who will it land on? That's why I got the picture in the middle. We don't know.
Way. Oh,
and
yeah.
It's Greg, formerly of the Brute Scale. He will get that Armory figure as well as a set of paintbrushes coming his way. So congratulations, Greg. All right.
That's awesome.
It is. Like I said, folks, if you are a member of the channel, you want to get one of the sets for $15, message me. We'll figure out. I'll get all your mailing information. We'll figure out the details and stuff. But they should be landing this week, and I'll start getting them out. So, Jordan says send him some new ankles too. Oof. Oh, Greg. But every time that he falls down, he gets a little bit stronger. That's his secret. So, anyhow, appreciate everybody tuning in. We opened up some mail. We got some cool stuff from Jordan and Kent and from Noah. We went through and talked about Hedgehog, getting him to 1,000. So everybody subscribed to that. Gave an update on stuff going on in my life, as well as an update with the brushes. Talked about what's coming up this week on the channel. Gave away a few things, and we're getting close to 2,000 subscribers. I think we're at 1,890 or something. So we'll definitely be doing a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. We'll try to put some cool stuff together for that. But right now, let's focus Hedgehog action. Let's get him to 1,000. Let's do some fun things over there. Like I said, lots of great content. So Cue Rocky Curtis motivational speech. All right. Also later tonight, Purple Gang Gang. It's always a fun time. They will be doing some fun stuff over there. I will be there because, why wouldn't you want to be there? Oz's Clubhouse happens after that. Got a bunch of YouTubers that jump into Oz's channel, have a great time. And hope everybody has a good weekend. Blake, you got anything else for the folks that you want to mention before we sign off?
Yeah, I got two things. One, I got this little bad boy in. So this is a custom head sculpt that was painted by Scalasoria. You probably saw it on some of his stuff. It's obviously a old school customs skeleton printed by Rocket Fist Customs. So
nice.
Pretty happy to receive this little bad boy. Another devious son of a gun to the Necronominus shelf in my arsenal. And then for any of you that are out there that are Warhammer fans, I do have, I will be the guest with Wraith Mace tomorrow night on his toy hammer. So basically Joy Toy Warhammer. It's called Toy Hammer After Dark. We'll be talking Joy Toy Warhammer. We'll be talking Warhammer. He's got another guest coming on that will start at 9 p.m. Eastern time and 6 p.m. West Coast or Pacific Standard Time. So come hang out with me and Wraith. He's a fun guy. If you like that Warhammer kind of thing and you love the Joy Toy stuff that I share, it'd be a fun stream for you to stop in. Love to see you all there and say hi.
Very cool. And that is an hour into Shooting the Shelf. So you can definitely tune into Shooting the Shelf first. We have a very special guest coming. So tune in for that. Check out the first hour, and then go and watch Blake and catch the rest of us on replay or vice versa. Either way, as long as you watch both, you can watch them whenever you want. I will say though, we've been doing this little thing on Shooting the Shelf where we tell this story. So at one point, this is true story. At one point, Jesse booed a wedding proposal at a movie theater. That's all the details I can give you on what happened. Well, Jesse has decided that he's stopped telling that story. So we have now asked our guests the last few weeks to come on and tell their version of the story, what happened, what led up to it, and what impact it had on the couple. Our special guest is working on his version of that story. I think it's going to be something you won't want to miss. That will happen towards the end of the episode. So if you do tune over to Blake at the 9 o'clock hour, make sure you come back to watch the replay because you're not going to want to miss his version of Jesse booing the wedding proposal. I mean, Jesse's a nice guy. There's got to be a reason why he would boo a wedding proposal. That seems very out of character. So you'll find out Sunday night. So, and
I'll be there too. You'll see me in the chat. So I'm going to be double duty here. It's going to be
nice.
Going to be fun.
It's going to be flipping back and forth.
Yeah,
two screens, multitask. Yeah, so
I got them.
All right, folks. Well, thank you very much. Appreciate all the people that jumped in to join the channel today. Join the memberships. Appreciate all that, and everybody that just tuned in to watch. And until next time, folks, keep creating. Now I got to find the outro. It's around here somewhere. There it is. I just found it.